Well, good morning. I'm at the hostel in the forest. It is Saturday, I think the 8th, and I've been here since Wednesday. I've been barefoot since I got here, and I've decided to start in the parking lot of the hostel in the forest and kind of give you a walkthrough of the place. So we have the Lady Constance sitting here in this little parking lot. We got some shots coming down the road, some mud puddles and tight spots that Constance had to go through. And then this is the path up to the hostel. You can see they have the sign pointing to parking over here. And then you walk this way. Now, I don't know if you can see yet, but through the woods you can see some of the tree houses. We stayed in a house close to the main dome, so I didn't make it out here a whole lot, but there's a bunkhouse back there where there's multiple beds in the same room. There's a toilet and outdoor shower. We'll go check that out. And then there's a tree house through the woods right there. Little wood paths. And so this is one of the composting toilets. It's got a clear roof, and you sit in here. They have a bin of sawdust, and it's a little dark to see, but that's just sawdust there. And there's a bucket, and so you just cover your deposit with sawdust. They have a little journal there for you to write it if you want to. And you just cover your deposit with sawdust, and then they dump it every day and keep a compost pile. An outside sink, and just an access in the back to get to the bucket to dump it. And they use that. They don't use that to grow food, but they use it to grow flowers and to fertilize the forest and everything. But it cuts down on plumbing and water usage and everything. Then we have an outdoor shower here. And this one is kind of just really open. It's got a mirror and a statue. And there's the shower nozzle. So you just kind of stand here. You can see the bunkhouse over there. And you just kind of stand here, open in the woods, and you can shower. Okay, we'll continue up the path. Okay, we're continuing up the path and have a trail off to another of the tree houses. And they're not built in the trees, they're more built on stilts and sit up in the trees. But you can see they have all these trails leading all around. And there's a house back there. And we're continuing up the path. And you can kind of see the domes. They have a couple geodesic domes that they use for the main areas, the common areas. You have another treehouse over in the woods there, and a lot of times you can find some of the staff and anyone visiting that wants to join playing a little bit of soccer or bocce ball or this other game with wood blocks that they throw around. You have off to the right here a pond, and up the path there what used to be a pool. It doesn't look like they've used it in a while. It's a little bit green. But the pond is real nice over there. Nice area to sit. Now there are mosquitoes, but they're not terrible, and they go away at night. It gets really cool at night. But we'll continue on up into the area here. And give you a look. This was the first dome they built, I guess. This one is a work in progress. They've been building it for a while. One of the things that stood out when I got here, I think it's kind of laid back and just really easy. So. Nothing formal. The person watching the house, or watching the front area, the front desk, is usually out front here, or sometimes in the back. Let me figure it out. Oh, good morning, guys. And so it's kind of dark in here, you can't see. I'll show that to you later. Coming through to the kitchen here. Lights on in the kitchen. You got stoves. In this kitchen, everyone's welcome to use. They also cook dinner in here. You got sinks, cups, and plates. You have a communal fridge there where you can label stuff and put in there, and a little pantry next to it. Staff pantry back there. And pots and pans hanging, of course. You have the seasonings. Lots of art all over the place, left by people that have passed through. Some teas and herbs over there. And you can walk through here. Please crush your cans. Gotta love can crushers. This is the porch, or I forget what they call it, activity room or something maybe. They love didgeridoos around here at the moment, but the staff and everything and the managers all rotate, so it changes a little bit here and there depending on the current staff at the time. But you have arts and crafts activities, poker, you got some of the hand drums, and so this is where we eat dinner. This is where people smoke cigarettes and play poker, play guitar. There's a pool table and a dart board, and they lay dinner out over here, and got some buckets that hang right there for forks and spoons and everything, and they have everyone stand in a circle, kind of introduce themselves, tell where they're from and what they're doing, and it's a good way to get to know other people, help open up reasons to talk to them, I guess, make you more comfortable with your surroundings. So now we come into the back. There's a fire pit. We have a big recycling grid. We have brown glass, green glass, plastic grocery bags, newspaper, cardboard, styrofoam, tin, and then trash. And the closest recycling plant is in Savannah, so sometimes they'll have guests take recycling with them and drop it off if they're heading towards Savannah. And we happen to be heading towards Savannah, so we're going to take some with us and drop it off. Now, I have the outdoor kitchen here where I was helping yesterday. It's made out of cob, which is clay, sand, and straw. And you kind of just get it, you mix it up real good, 70% sand, 30% clay, put a good amount of straw in there, or in this case pine needles, but it gets hard as it dries. I guess they have been having a little bit of trouble because it's so humid here, getting it to dry well. But then they have an oven that's going in, and some stoves, pretty neat, and they're doing a living roof, so there's going to be ferns up there and everything. They've put down a few layers of drainage materials and everything. They're going to plant ferns up there. If you're in a sunny area, you could also use this style of roof to have a garden. So if you're limited on space, you can build an outdoor kitchen underneath, build a garden on top, or it could just be a porch underneath with a garden on top. That way, if you want some yard space or something, you still have room for a garden. So there's a bunch of chickens running around here, and you've seen some of them in the footage. I'm gonna get some more later, but it looks like they put them up at night, which I didn't realize. This is the first time I got up this early before they were running around. Normally they're running around. Got another tree house here, and coming around back, there's that first dome. There's some housing here. There's a little laundry room over there. This is where Miranda and I stayed. Ooh, it's dark. Can't even see Miranda. But this room is painted like the sky. I think it's called the cloud room or sky room or something. Sky room. I'm going to turn on a light for you. Sorry, Miranda. We have a kite. The kite was my favorite part. But there's art and stuff all over the place. There's an art room if you're feeling creative. And then if you go through here, you come up on the other bathrooms. And of course that takes you back out to the front. And you come this way.